Let's wind up our discussion about different types of syllabuses with the we'll wind up our discussion with lexical and cultural syllabus. And now we're going to see some of the characteristics of lexical and cultural syllabus. Right. Before we discuss the characteristics and features of these syllabuses, I would just like you to stop the video for a while and think about these questions here. What do you understand by the terms lexical and cultural syllabi? How would you integrate lexical and cultural syllabus into your own teaching context? For example, if you are given an opportunity and you've been given the task by your institute to incorporate some of the elements of lexical syllabus. So what would you understand and how would you incorporate? And would you just trace the elements of lexical and cultural syllabuses shown in the National Curriculum for English Language Teaching in the Pakistani context? Right. Let's first discuss some of the characteristics of lexical syllabus. Okay. Lexical syllabus, the main philosophy is just to teach or enhance the communicative competence of students through lexis, through patterns, through prefabricated patterns, predetermined patterns of language, through, in other words, collocations. So, for example, the words which occur together, they collocate, right? So this is how the lexical phrases and lexical chunks, although they are, to me, they appear to be the traditional form of, grammar, but they could be used to, instead of teaching students lexis or vocabulary in isolation, we could teach them some, vocabulary in its predetermined patterns or predetermined collocations, right? It's very much practical because it has its benefits, since now we could make the use of online corpora. Online, corpus linguistics, you might be familiar, some of you might be familiar with this term, what means by corpus linguistics. Corpus linguistics is the study of the language through collected corpora, which is, there are various corporas online which we could utilize for language teaching. So, for example, if you Google out corpus linguistics, you might come to know it's what it means and what it. Since the time doesn't allow me to just discuss some in depth what means by corpus linguistics, right? And its efficiency, from efficient point of view, it's worth learning, because if we just give students some vocabulary in isolation, it might be, confounding for them, or and if we teach them in patterns, it might be sound interesting and motivating. And since, as I've already talked about that corpus linguistics, so we could bring in some materials in the classroom which are drawn from authentic materials, online corpora. And since it doesn't, emphasize on sticking to one particular method, rather it allows teachers to become a bit eclectic in their approach towards language teaching. Now let's see some features of cultural syllabus. Well, the main philosophy behind cultural syllabus, and you might agree that culture is part of language and language is part of cultural. And these two things, these two variables are inseparable. I mean, we can't separate the language from its culture, and we can't separate the culture from its language. So these are dependent, right? And if we incorporate cultural syllabus, for example, into language teaching, it might better prepare students to enhance their communicative competence and they could, be allowed to learn language through authentic materials, or in other words, it could be more motivating than sort of structural syllabus, right? So in the end, I would just like to summarize that this is how we have taken, look at some of the types of syllabuses: structural, functional, procedural, process, task-based, skill-based. Although the list is pretty long, and we have, taken a look at some of the types. And this is how these types inform us to become better teachers and better, thinkers. Once we are in the classroom, once we are implementing a specific curriculum. For example, once you are in the classroom and trying to implement the curriculum in the Pakistani context, or you've been given the textbook to implement in the classroom, so you just be mindful what type of syllabus you are dealing with, and you should be mindful some of its merits and demerits, and you should be mindful of its significance.